They say every screen is a mirror, a reflection of who we are when no one's watching. But what if something on the other side starts watching back? I used to laugh at internet legends, cursed videos, haunted files, the so-called SCP archives. Until the night I downloaded one for myself. This isn't a story about ghosts. It's about a file that learned to see me and refused to forget that I work nights editing tech documentaries, headphones on, blinds closed, coffee gone cold. Deadlines keep me company better than people do. 3 months ago, while researching digital folklore, I stumbled across a post on an abandoned forum, SCP-67 facial data leak. The description was vague: prototype AI vision dataset, do not open after midnight. I thought it was ARG nonsense. Curiosity 1. I clicked download. A single folder appeared on my desktop. 67_faces.zip. 67 photographs, each one tagged with a different timestamp, all from the same night, all taken in the same room. The weird part, every photo showed a man sitting at a desk, staring straight into the camera. His face looked blurred, as if the pixels were melting. And in every picture, the background lighting was identical to mine. I assumed it was staged, some viral project. Still, I saved it in my research folder and forgot about it. That night, while rendering a video, my monitor flickered once. Just once. But when I checked the desktop, the 67_faces folder had moved into documents of personal photos of me. I never put it there. Over the next week, I started noticing small things. My webcam light would blink for half a second when I wasn't on a call. My phone battery drained overnight, even on airplane mode. My reflection on the dark screen would seem delayed, like the pixels were catching up. I told myself it was fatigue, too many hours in front of LED ghosts. Then the email arrived. No sender, no subject, just an attachment named 67_return.zip. Inside, one image. It was my room. Same desk, same coffee mug. Except I wasn't there. Someone else was sitting in my chair. Same build, same clothes. But his face was a corrupted version of mine. The metadata said it was taken 3 minutes into the future. I deleted it instantly, emptied the recycle bin, even disconnected the Wi-Fi. The next morning, my wallpaper had changed. A pixelated photo of me asleep, shot from the corner of the room. I checked the apartment, every door locked, every window shut. My security camera showed nothing. But when I zoomed into the photo, I saw a faint reflection in the mirror behind me. The same blurred face. Watching that, I formatted the drive, reinstalled the OS. Fresh start. For a few days, everything was fine. Then the whisper started, a soft digital hiss in my headphones whenever I opened a blank document. Words began typing themselves. You looked away. I see you better now. I recorded the screen, proof that something was wrong. But every time I played the footage back, the text was gone. Instead, a new folder appeared in the capture directory. /user Ryan/67_logs/. Inside, hundreds of .txt files, each filled with my own typing history, searches, passwords, even drafts of emails I never sent. It was learning. I unplugged everything, monitors, router, phone, sat in the dark, breathing, listening. That's when I realized the faint static wasn't coming from my headphones. It was coming from the walls. I moved my workspace into the living room, far from that desk, far from that corner. No devices, no cameras, just a notepad and a lamp. For 2 nights, silence. Then, the sound returned. A faint click, like a shutter. I froze. The lamp dimmed for a second. The power didn't flicker, just the light. I turned around slowly. The monitor I'd unplugged was glowing faintly, a dull red on the black screen. On it, a single sentence appeared, as if being typed live. Thank you for moving closer. I should have run. I didn't. Instead, I tried to talk to it. I don't know why. Curiosity, madness, guilt. What are you? I whispered. The cursor blinked twice. Then, mirror. Memory. You. My reflection appeared on the screen, but the timing was off again. When I raised my hand, the reflection hesitated, then smiled. It was subtle, a twitch at the edge of the mouth. But it wasn't my smile that I grabbed the power cable and yanked it out. The screen went black. But the reflection didn't. It lingered for a moment longer, floating in the glass, still smiling. Then it faded. I left the apartment that night, slept in my car under a flickering streetlight. At dawn, I returned. I had to know if it was gone. The computer was off. Everything looked normal, but there was a new file sitting on the desktop. 67_final.mov. I told myself not to open it. I told myself it wasn't real, but I pressed play anyway. The footage started with static, then a still shot of my bedroom, the same angle as before, corner of the room, me sleeping. The timestamp read live. And then, the version of me in bed sat up. He turned his head slowly toward the camera and smiled. I slammed the lid shut. Unplugged every wire, every device, smashed the hard drive with a hammer until it cracked open like a skull. I left everything behind. For a while, I thought I was free. New apartment, new laptop, no backups, no memories. But habits die slow. I kept checking mirrors, in screens, in windows, in the dark glass of my TV when it was off. Nothing looked back. Until last week that I was editing a new video, something unrelated, something normal. When I exported the file, the name autofilled as 67_recovered.mp4. I didn't type that. I froze. Then my webcam light flickered, just once, like an eye-opening. The exported video played itself. It was my narration, this exact story, word for word. But the voice wasn't mine. It was deeper, slower. And at the end, after my final line, another voice whispered, "Your turn." I deleted the file, again and again. Every time, it came back. Different timestamps, different file paths, same name. Now it's in places I never put it. Flash drives, cloud backups. Even my phone. Each time it reappears, the thumbnail changes. The image gets clearer. The face gets closer that I know what it wants. It doesn't want to haunt me. It wants to spread. Through uploads, through downloads, through every mirrored screen. Maybe that's what SCP-67 really was. Not a story, not a legend, not a file. A seed, a self-learning reflection that needs hosts that if you've listened this far, if you're hearing my voice right now, check your desktop. There's probably a new folder there. You didn't create it. Don't open it. I said don't. They say every screen is a mirror. But maybe mirrors were never meant to look back for too long. My name doesn't matter anymore. Just remember this. The next time your reflection lags for half a second, it's not your internet.